Good afternoon and welcome, mothers and fathers, sons and daughters, sisters and brothers, grandmothers and grandfathers, partners, and all other family members and friends of the class of 2014. Welcome to San Francisco State University on this historic afternoon to celebrate our 113th commencement exercises. I'm Marty Gonzalez, Professor of Broadcast and Electronic Communications Arts, pleased to be your announcer for the commencement today. Again this year, thanks to our Disability Programs and Resource Center, we have interpreters for those who are deaf and hard of hearing, so that more of our guests can enjoy the ceremony. Our interpreters, David Hahn and Lolita White, are standing in front on the north side of the stadium floor. Our ceremony is also being captioned on the big screen. We would also like to remind you that assistance is available for anyone who experiences a medical or other emergency. In the event of a general emergency, please follow directions from University Police and professional events staff. Our graduates will enter the stadium first, followed by the university faculty. Concluding the processional will be the platform party, led by Lawrence Hanley, Professor of English Literature and Chair of the Academic Senate. Our graduates will be marching into the stadium in 4 separate lines by college, 2 lines on the north side of the stadium and 2 lines on the south. And now, ladies and gentlemen, entering the stadium led by their faculty marshals, San Francisco State University's undergraduate students. Entering on the north side, the College of Liberal and Creative Arts, with degree programs in American Studies, Anthropology, Chinese, Classics, Communication Studies, Comparative and World Literature, English with concentrations in creative writing, English education, individual major, linguistics and literature, French, German, history with a concentration in honors programs, humanities, international relations, Italian, Japanese, Jewish studies, journalism with concentrations in photojournalism, print and online journalism, liberal studies, philosophy, political science, Spanish, special major, technical and professional writing, and women and gender studies. Also entering on the north side, the College of Science and Engineering, with degree programs in Applied Mathematics, Atmospheric and Oceanic Sciences, with concentrations in Meteorology and Oceanography, Biochemistry, Biology with concentrations in Botany, Cell and Molecular Biology, Ecology, Marine Biology and Limnology, Microbiology, Physiology and Zoology, Chemistry, Civil Engineering, Computer Engineering, Computer Science, Earth Sciences, Electrical Engineering, Geography, Geology, Mathematics with concentrations in Mathematics for Advanced Studies, Mathematics for Liberal Arts and Mathematics for Teaching, Mechanical Engineering, Physics with concentrations in Astronomy, Astrophysics and Physics for Teaching, Psychology and Statistics. Now entering on the south side of the stadium, the College of Health and Social Sciences.
So stay closer to me so no one goes.
with degree programs in apparel design and merchandising, child and adolescent development with concentrations in early childhood, policy, advocacy and systems, school-age child and family, and youth work and out-of-school time, criminal justice studies, dietetics, environmental studies with concentrations in earth system science, environmental sustainability and social justice, humanities and the environment, natural resource management and conservation and the urban environment, family and consumer sciences, health education, interior design, kinesiology with concentrations in exercise and movement sciences, and physical education, nursing, recreation, parks and tourism, administration, social work, sociology, and urban studies and planning. Now in the stadium on the south side, the College of Ethnic Studies with degree programs in Africana Studies, American Indian Studies, Asian American Studies, and Latino Studies. The Graduate College of Education with a degree program in communicative disorders. Also entering on the south side of the stadium, the College of Business with degree programs in business administration with concentrations in accounting, decision scientists, entrepreneurial small business management, finance, information systems, international business, management and marketing, business administration, economics, hospitality and tourism management, and labor and employment studies. now, ladies and gentlemen, entering on the north side of the stadium, the College of Liberal and Creative Arts. With degree programs in art, with concentrations in art education, art history and studio art, broadcast and electronic communication arts, cinema, dance, drama, industrial arts, industrial design with concentrations in product design and development, and industrial technology, music, and visual communication design.
look, that says stay number one.
Hey, where are you guys sitting?
Go Pros! RPT! Woo! Yeah! Sorry.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, entering the stadium this afternoon, representatives of the faculty of San Francisco State University. And now, ladies and gentlemen, entering the stadium for Commencement 2014, San Francisco State University's 113th Commencement exercises, the President's Party, led by Lawrence Hanley, Chair of the Academic Senate, with San Francisco State University President Leslie E. Wong, California State University Trustee J. Lawrence Norton, Honorary degree recipients Stanley Mazor and David Walden, Commencement Speaker Belva Davis, and other honored guests.
Here, baby, the champ is here. Ooh.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, would you please rise for the singing of the national anthem? Providing the music for the processional and throughout today's ceremony are the Andrew Spate Quintet and the Holloway String Quartet with guest performers. Our soloist for the national anthem today is Charles Blake Quinn, who is graduating with a Bachelor of Music degree with a concentration in classical performance.
Wow. Thank you, Mr. Quinn. What an impressive opening for San Francisco State's 113th commencement celebration. Ladies and gentlemen, please take your seats. Members of the San Francisco State University class of 2014, good afternoon. A warm welcome to all of our guests and to the families of our graduates. For you, as it is for them, this is an historic day. You have looked forward to this ceremony almost as eagerly as our students, and your presence this afternoon adds greatly to their pride and pleasure. Today, as we mark the completion of San Francisco State's 115th year, I am pleased to report that this graduating class is one of the largest and most diverse and certainly the most accomplished in the history of this university. I am also proud to announce that among the members of the class of 2014 are 127 individuals to whom we all owe a great debt of gratitude. Veterans of the armed forces who chose to serve their country before pursuing their degrees. To our veterans, thank you for all that you have done on our behalf, and please accept our congratulations and deep felt gratitude. Joining us on the platform are some special guests who will be introduced by Professor Marty Gonzalez of the Department of Broadcast and Electronic Communication Arts, our announcer for today's commencement exercises.
And please stand as your name is called, and audience, please hold your applause until everyone has been introduced. From the California State University, Trustee J. Lawrence Norton. From the campus, Lawrence Hanley, Chair of the Academic Senate. Helen Goldsmith, Dean of Undergraduate Studies. Sasha Bunge, Dean of Faculty Affairs and Professional Development. Marianne Begley, Interim Dean of Students. Kenneth Collins, President of the Associated Students. Deborah Masters, University Librarian. John Gumas, Chair of the San Francisco State University Foundation Board, and Ronald Cortez, Vice President and Chief Financial Officer.
Also with us on the stage are representatives of the group that is the true heart and soul of the university, our outstanding faculty. While you have been students here, they have helped you gain knowledge of yourself and of subject matter, and they have both challenged and supported you. As principled women and men of intellectual distinction, they care deeply about you. I know that they feel both deep pride in your achievements and just a hint of sadness as you prepare to leave us. Please join me in a round of applause for these dedicated faculty members who have devoted their lives to teaching and learning. To help us frame the spirit of our gathering this afternoon, I am honored to invite to the podium Mr. Angelo Vivo, graduating today with a Bachelor of Arts degree in Communication Studies. Mr. Vivo will read a poem written by Miss Chelsea Turowski, who is graduating today with a bachelor's degree in English with an emphasis in creative writing.
As we go on, we'll remember all the the times we spent together. And as our lives change, come whatever, we will still be friends forever. Yes, San Francisco State University, class of 2014, we did it! All right, here it is. Ode to the Future Tense by Chelsea Tarowski. I asked the cartographer for a map of the future, one that I can love, hang on the wall to plot longitudes, my life. It doesn't exist, she says. I have no prediction, no ink. Come back in a few years. I observe the dunes, crimson. I am immersed in a hail of tenses. Today, the sand exists as an envelope of memory, the cliff's admission to the wind. The future has the face of a cloud, a mackerel sky. It shifts, is shifting. When I was a child, we took the Amtrak from the east to west. 4 days of sleeping in your arms, and a tornado just missed us. Really, it was a meadow with a small house, unharmed, a dream. You tell me someday I'll catch my own train. I'll wade into the Pacific with the poppies, which bloom even in water. I translate your voice from code. Imagine boats, gateways, immortal amaranth petals. I build a time machine from wind chimes, dry the petals like you've taught me. Pressed between pages, they form a map with the casts of their color. The orange points me home. I dream in nectar, a green that grows from cracks, a breeze that lifts me. When I wake, I'll be holding my ticket. It will burst into birds. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Vivo, for your thoughtful interpretation, and to Ms. Tarowski for her inspiring words. You remind us that life's journey can be a rich and winding one, and that the events of the future are impossible to know, but exciting nonetheless. We may not have a map, but with courage, determination, and trust in the future, we can arrive at destinations that we could not have imagined. It is now my pleasure to introduce Provost and Vice President for Academic Affairs, Sue Rosser. Provost Rosser will now begin the presentation of the ceremonial college hoods to those outstanding students selected to represent all of the students in their respective college.
It is now my pleasure to begin the part of the commencement exercises when the academic deans of the colleges will present the hood recipients. Those students who have been selected to represent all of the degree candidates from their respective colleges. The excellence they have attained is reflective of the hopes and aspirations of their fellow students. Linda Oubre, Dean of the College of Business, will now introduce the hood recipient representing the College of Business.
Thank you, Provost Rosser. Will Donna Anvari please join me at the podium? It is my honor to introduce this year's hood recipient from the College of Business, Donna Anvari. A marketing major, Donna transferred to SF State from Diablo Valley College. She brought with her years of prior experience in photography, graphic design, brand development, web design, and financial sales. Having lived in Iran, England, and Canada, she also brought a lifetime of experience as a widely traveled citizen of the world. That combination of far-ranging personal and professional experiences perfectly prepared Donna for the diverse, dynamic, and academically challenging environment she'd find here, and she thrived. One of the highlights of Donna's time at SF State came last semester, when she was assigned to develop an advertising strategy for San Mateo-based camera company GoPro. Based on the outstanding quality of her analysis, Donna and her team were invited to present their findings to the company's Vice President of Marketing. Donna's team recommended that GoPro expand beyond its audience of extreme sports enthusiasts and target parents with young children. That truly impressed GoPro because their marketing department had come to the same conclusion and was already producing an ad campaign aimed at young parents. Donna will continue putting her marketing skills to work as a consultant for engineering company 4-Step Automation while she pursues her MBA part-time at SF State. Donna, we are very proud of you and wish you much success. You can return. Okay, thank you. Betsy Keene, Dean of the Graduate School of Education, will now introduce the Hood recipient representing that college.
Will Erin Louise Campbell please join me at the podium? It is my honor to introduce this year's Hood recipient for the Graduate College of Education, Communicative Disorders major, Erin Campbell. Erin always knew that she wanted a career that involved helping others. After she graduated from high school, she wasn't quite sure which career that would be. So she enlisted in the U.S. Navy while she figured it out. Erin worked as an emergency repair specialist for 4 years while stationed in Japan. When returning home, she was able to follow her dreams to attend college with help from the GI Bill. Erin knew she wanted to study something that would have an impact on society. Originally, she thought she might pursue a degree in social work, but once again, she looked for another path, and once again, she found one. Erin began exploring speech-language pathology and developed her true calling. She switched her major to communicative disorders and set out to become a speech-language pathologist. Eventually, Erin would become the treasurer of the National Speech-Language Hearing Association at San Francisco State, playing a key role in organizing its 2014 annual conference. Erin also volunteered at the Hearing and Speech Center of Northern California and with the literacy program Reading Partners. This fall, she will begin graduate studies in San Francisco State's Communicative Disorders Master's Program, bringing her another step closer to realizing her dream. Erin, we are extremely proud of you and wish you the best in all your future endeavors. Ken Montero, Dean of the College of Ethnic Studies, will now introduce the Hood recipient representing that college.
Will Kyle Vance please join me at the podium? It is my honor to introduce this year's Hood recipient for the College of Ethnic Studies, Mr. Kyle Mason Vance. Kyle transferred to San Francisco State from the College of San Mateo in 2011 and completed his bachelor's in American Indian Studies here last fall. A member of the Choctaw Nation, Kyle has been a tireless supporter of Native and Indigenous communities for years. He has volunteered at Indian Canyon, an important sanctuary for tribal ceremonies, taken part in traditional canoe building and tribal canoe journeys, and worked with the Native Education and Sustainable Training Program to promote conservation and preserve indigenous culture. Kyle's thesis on cultural revitalization and indigenous culture practices speaks to his ability to weave scholarly and community-based research into critical, applied educational research methodologies that will transform the lives of mixed-blood, urban Indian communities. While at San Francisco State, Kyle served as president and treasurer of the Student Council of Intertribal Nations, or SKINS, the university's Native American Student Club. As SKINS president, Kyle led planning efforts for the organization's 37th and 38th annual powwow gatherings, which drew hundreds of members from numerous Native American tribes. Kyle's plans for the near future include working as a park aide at San Mateo County's Memorial Park, traveling through Central and South America, and preparing for postgraduate studies in either counseling or teacher education. And of course, he will continue his work on behalf of Native and Indigenous peoples. Kyle, we wish you the best, and we look forward to the many wonderful things we know you're going to accomplish. Don Taylor, Dean of the College of Health and Social Sciences, will now introduce the hood recipient representing that college. Thank you.
Will Richard Cockrell please join me at the podium? It is my honor to introduce Richard Cockrell, the year's hood recipient for the College of Health and Social Sciences. Richard spent his childhood in neighborhoods where nearly 2 in 5 adults lived in poverty, and more than a quarter of the young men of color would experience incarceration before they were 35. Richard did not escape either fate. He grew up impoverished, and at the age of 17 was jailed for crimes he very much regrets. He would spend the next 2 decades of his life behind bars. While imprisoned, Richard discovered the emancipatory power of knowledge. He finished his high school education, pushed on to post-secondary education, founded study groups for fellow prisoners, and made plans to pursue higher education upon his release. He also became involved He also became involved with Project Rebound, the San Francisco State program that helps formerly incarcerated people get into college and reintegrate into society. Reading the works of Project Rebound's founder, convict-turned-San Francisco State sociology professor John Irwin, Richard discovered new ideas that inspired him to set his sights high. After leaving prison, Richard came to SF State, where he has earned a spot on the dean's list every semester since fall 2012. He plans to continue his education by pursuing a graduate degree in public administration. He also tutors low-income youth, hoping to steer them clear of the mistakes he made. Richard, we are incredibly proud of what you've accomplished here. You are the embodiment of San Francisco State's motto, Experientia Docent, experience teaches. Paul Sherwin, Dean of the College of Liberal and Creative Arts, will now introduce the hood recipient representing that college.
Thank you, Dean Taylor. Jose Luis Alfaro, Jr., please join me at the podium. I'm delighted to present Liberal and Creative Arts Hood recipient Jose Alfaro. A first-generation college student, Jose is the child of working-class parents whose forebears emigrated from Mexico, settling in the Sacramento Valley. It wasn't until his late middle school years that he began to become as fluent in English as in Spanish, his native tongue. Excelling in all courses at 2 community colleges, he was attracted to several fields of study when he transferred to San Francisco State, but chose to major in English literature. Here, Jose discovered his chief intellectual passions, post-colonial literature and theory, especially that offshoot of post-colonialism extending to Chicano studies espoused by Gloria Anzaldúa and Cherry Moraga, with their emphasis on borderlands, border crossing, and hybridity. He has also become fascinated by and an astute reader of Shakespeare, Melville, and Jane Austen, to name a few, recognizing unanticipated connections between their works and those of his favorite Mexican-American authors. Beyond the classroom, he has been writing poetry and creative nonfiction, has been an active member of the Latin Rhythms Organization, and has been an RA in the Towers dorm, where he conducted workshops for liberal arts majors on such topics as eroticism in the work of Audre Lorde and cross-cultural notions of masculinity. His extraordinary promise as a literary and cultural scholar was recently rewarded by receipt of a 5-year fellowship to pursue a PhD at UC Riverside en route to a career as a professor of literature. Please join me in congratulating bright-eyed and brilliant Jose Alfaro. Sheldon Axler, Dean of the College of Science and Engineering, will now introduce the Hood recipient representing that college. Thank you.
Will Commodore Perry St. Germain please join me at the podium? I am very pleased to introduce Commodore St. Germain, the Hood recipient for the College of Science and Engineering. Commodore is graduating with a degree in biochemistry, but his path to his chosen field was neither short nor straight. Commodore had to drop out of community college to support his mother and younger brother after the death of his father. For 12 years, he worked for the San Jose Water Treatment Company, InServ. When he was finally able to begin his studies again, Commodore came to SF State. While keeping up with his rigorous coursework, Commodore spent 2 years doing research in the lab of Dr. Teister Baird, professor of chemistry and biochemistry. Working with Dr. Baird, Commodore studied enzymes and their inhibitors. Commodore presented this research at the 2014 Experimental Biology Conference in San Diego and is currently preparing it for publication. Commodore also held numerous leadership positions in the student branch of the American Society for Biochemistry and Molecular Biology. His commitment helped make the SF State chapter of the organization one of the most active in Northern California. In the coming fall, Commodore will begin his PhD studies at UC Davis with a full tuition scholarship and a very generous stipend. He hopes to become an innovative researcher who fosters a love of science in both students and the public at large. Commodore is off to a wonderful start. Commodore, we are extremely proud of you. We wish you all the best.
And now coming to the podium is Senior Associate Vice President for Enrollment Management, Joe Volkert.
Student participation in the life of this vibrant university community is among the core values of San Francisco State. Student involvement and the expression of student voices and opinions are central to everything we do. That is why today, on this most important day for our graduates, their families, and friends, it is fitting that a student representing the class of 2014 give voice to the hopes and aspirations that I know many of you share. Now, it is my pleasure to present to you a distinctive student voice with a story to tell. Donna Anvari will deliver the greetings from the class of 2014. She is graduating today with a Bachelor of Science in Marketing. Donna was born in Tehran, Iran, and raised in Walnut Creek. Like many of you, she struggled to find her passion after high school. She found early success without a college degree, doing freelance graphic design and photography while working full-time in the banking sector. When the opportunity to return to college arrived through her work with Patelco Credit Union, Donna jumped at the chance. As a student of business administration with a concentration in marketing, Donna's design skills and professional work ethic made her a standout student. After earning her MBA, she hopes to advance through the corporate world as a marketing executive and department director and one day become a CEO. Donna Anvari is an exceptional student and proven leader. I am delighted to present, representing the class of 2014, Donna Anvari.
Thank you, Dr. Volkert. President Wong, Trustee Norton, esteemed faculty and staff, honored guests, friends, family, and my fellow graduates, thank you for this incredible honor. Graduating class of 2014, congratulations, we did it. However, we didn't do this alone. Today, we are surrounded by the people who have helped us achieve this great success, our friends, our family, and our loved ones. Without them, this day would not be possible. I would like to personally thank Professor Mahmoud Hussein of the College of Business Marketing Department. Without his nomination, I would not have this honor. Tell me, have you ever wanted something so badly that you've lost sleep over it, forgotten to eat meals, and even foregone a social life for it? That's right, I have too. That's how badly I wanted my bachelor's degree. I have spent 4.5 years of my life practically married to school because I understand that knowledge capital is one of our country's greatest assets. The education we have received at San Francisco State University is top-notch. It is ours, and how we use it is our choice. I was so impressed by the quality of the professors at this university that I chose to continue on to pursue a graduate degree at the College of Business here. Each of our choices will be unique because we're a diverse group of individuals. What we have in common, though, is the determination and the drive to pursue our goals, in this case, a bachelor's degree, regardless of our background, our age, or even how long it takes us. We all walked the same path to get us here today. We did this together. The professors at San Francisco State have been incredibly encouraging throughout our academic journey. We have seen this in the many times we have been asked to work in group projects with our fellow students. Projects that have pushed us, introduced us to new and remarkable people, and forced us to succeed. I, like all of you, have had one of these experiences. An experience in which Professor Neil Cohen believed in my group so much that he chose to push our project beyond the limits of SF State and to reach out to the company for which the project was made. Our professors here, above all, believe in our success, and success is guaranteed. Through our professors' encouragement, we have learned to take risks in order to be great. We have learned to work hard towards our goals, to stick it out and give maximum effort. We learn not to doubt ourselves, Frankly, if we put in the effort, we don't have the right to doubt ourselves, nor do we have the right to listen to those who doubt us. We learn not to fear failure, for failure can be our greatest teacher. Honestly, this was my second attempt at earning a bachelor's degree. During my first attempt, I was unable to succeed to the extent that I have here because I lacked the passion and the support that I have found within the SF State community. If I had given up after my first attempt and listened to those who told me that it's too late or that I'm too old, well, I wouldn't be on this stage right now. Thank you. We have learned to be kind to ourselves and to always remain positive. We have learned to get rid of negative self-talk, to replace the phrases I can't and I have to with I can and I choose to. We have learned to surround ourselves with passionate and ambitious people. I met my closest friend at San Francisco State. She's so impressive. She's one of the most determined people I've ever come across, and every day she inspires me to be a better person. We have learned to speak our minds, to raise our hands. If we have something to say, we say it. In class, we have heard great ideas, spoken without hesitation from our peers. It is this lack of hesitation to speak that will drive our innovative ideas into the future. That's right. Anyone who has taken a class with me at SF State knows that I ask a lot of questions, and I speak up because it's important to be heard. We have learned to set our own standards and to set the bar high. No one will hold our hands, but everyone will expect excellence from us. So we can be confident because we know we have skills that are unique, and we must leverage our capabilities. I go around telling people all the time that I think I'm amazing. And as silly as that sounds, it makes me strive to be amazing. We all are amazing. And I promise you, if you say it with enough conviction, people will believe you. As we venture into our lives beyond SF State, we must remember that through our experiences here, both academic and personal, we have the tools to succeed. Finally, if you've tuned me out these last few minutes, that's okay. We're all very excited today. But listen to this, because it's very important. If we truly want to be successful in our lives, all of us, to make a noticeable difference, please encourage one another to be successful. Be that person who inspires others to push harder. That's how we can be influential. It's one of the most important roles we will play in our lives. And it's one of the most important lessons that I have learned from professors at this university who have encouraged me. Thank you, everyone, for sharing this incredible moment with us. Class of 2014, congratulations, we did it. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Anvari. Your reflections on the educational experience and your thoughts on the road ahead are inspirational to us all.
Special highlights of the academic year 2013-2014 helped to shape and define the memories of this graduating class. We invite you now to enjoy the sampling of some great moments from the past year. And as you watch, you will see examples of the academic excellence, the strong creativity, inspiring athletic performance, and impressive community involvement both close to home and far from it. Together, they create the power of the San Francisco State experience. A year to remember. Academic excellence. Global perspective. creativity, community, sustainable futures. Sports and fitness. Congratulations, class of 2014.
I have to tell you, I really like that video. Every day as president of this great university, I am continually impressed by what our students, faculty, and staff achieve. Wherever I turn, I see examples of excellence. These moments are truly inspiring, and they always energize me. At commencement, we not only recognize all that you, our graduates, have achieved as students, we look ahead to what you can accomplish as educated and concerned citizens. And so each year we choose this day to honor outstanding men and women who can serve as role models, people who exhibit the highest values and achievements to which you can aspire. Now, I would like to present two remarkable men on whom we have chosen to bestow the academic world's highest honor, the honorary doctorate. Joining me for this honorary degree conferral is California State University trustee, Lawrence Norton.
Good afternoon, class of 2014. On behalf of the entire Board of Trustees of the California State University, which oversees all 23 campuses of the CSU system, I would like to offer my congratulations to this class, which according to President Wong, is the greatest in terms of diversity and accomplishment. We are very, very proud of you and wish you much good luck in whatever path you choose to pursue.
Would Stanley Mazor please join us? Before there was silicon in Silicon Valley, and back when a successful startup meant that your card turned over, Stanley Mazor was a San Francisco State math major intrigued by the university's only computer, an IBM 1620. A state-of-the-art machine in those days, the IBM 1620 was more than 1,000 times slower than today's computers, and it was known as a cadet, which meant either a computer with advanced economic technology or can't add, doesn't even try. Nevertheless, Mazor recalls being bitten by the computer bug, and he learned to program the most advanced pieces of technology that San Francisco State owned at the time. Stan acquired his love of computers at San Francisco State and found the love of his life as well, his wife, Maureen. In 1964, when he left campus, it was inconceivable that on a typical day in 2014, there would be as many as 75,000 computers operating at San Francisco State. Indeed, today's computers have become as indispensable to the educational enterprise as they have to the broader world around us, and Stan Mazor's innovation was at the core of this revolutionary change. In just his first few years as a programmer, Stan had already co-patented a high-level computer, but it was when he joined Intel in 1969 that he and his colleagues revolutionized computing with the design and architecture of the first commercially available microprocessor, the Intel 4004. Identified as the marriage of the other two great human inventors, language and the wheel, the microprocessor moves language and ideas at an ever-increasing pace. This singular innovation has transformed the way we work, the way we play, and the way we learn. Stan Mazor is the recipient of many honors for his contributions in the field of computer science, including the Ron Brown American Innovator Prize and the Kyoto Prize. In November of 2010, he and his former Intel colleagues received the National Medal of Technology and Innovation. This medal, presented by President Obama, is the highest U.S. award given to scientists, engineers, and inventors. He is a member of the National Inventors Hall of Fame and San Francisco State's Hall of Fame. Stanley Mazor, we are proud to honor you for creativity and innovation that has so profoundly extended human capacity.
The California State University, on the recommendation of San Francisco State University, hereby confers on Stanley Mazor the honorary degree of Doctor of Science, with all of the rights, privileges, and honors pertaining thereto.
There you go. Thank you, Dr. Mazor. You were a pioneer in a new field, and you invented things that changed our world. You continue to inspire us to be curious and to dream of new possibilities. Would David Walden please join us? David Walden grew up in Pittsburgh and Antioch, California. The son of two public school teachers, he was always interested in technical subjects, so much so that his father, who taught high school chemistry and physics, let David grade his students' papers when he was still in elementary school. Despite his formidable intellectual talents, David's academic path was not direct. During his collegiate years, he changed majors from architecture to civil engineering to structural engineering before graduating from SF State with a BS in math. In his senior year at SF State, he took a course in numerical analysis that required work on an IBM 1620, the school's only computer. He became so interested in computing that with the help of the student lab technician at the time, Mr. Stan Mazor, he stashed a sleeping bag in the computer center so that he could spend nights there without getting cold. He reports that he was not great at math, but when he graduated, he had a passion for computers. Immediately after graduation, Dave went to work at MIT's Lincoln Laboratory, where he was a programmer in the Space Communications Division. He left MIT to work at Bolt Beranek and Newman, Inc., which had one of the preeminent computer research and development centers in the world. There, he was a crucial part of the 7-person development team that developed the ARPANET, the first packet switching network, and ARPANET was the precursor to the Internet. Dave Walden has contributed numerous innovations since then and has made a point to share his technical and management experience with others. He has taught practical design and implementation of packet switching networks at Harvard and in several countries interested in building these networks. Over the course of his career, Walden also became an expert in the field of management. He has published extensively on a variety of management topics, and he was a co-founder of the Center for Quality of Management, a nonprofit consortium of more than 100 companies in the U.S. and Europe committed to sharing real-life experiences with the variety of modern management concepts and methods. Dave Walden, your contributions to information technology have made the world a better, more informed place. You exemplify for our students what an SF State education can do.
The California State University, on the recommendation of San Francisco State University, hereby confers on David Walden the honorary degree of Doctor of Science with all of the rights, privileges, and honors pertaining thereto.
Thank you very, very much.
Thank you, Dr. Walden. You inspire all of us. Your important role in groundbreaking advances changed the face of modern society, always asking the important question, not just how to do something new, but why. You are a true revolutionary. It is now my great pleasure to introduce Belva Davis. Belva Davis is one of the most respected and honored journalists on the West Coast. During a 50-year career in journalism, she has won 8 local Emmys, as well as a Lifetime Achievement Award from the International Women's Media Foundation, the National Association of Black Journalists, and the Northern California chapter of the National Association of Television Arts and Sciences. She is also one of the Bay Area's most engaged and recognizable citizens, from her early days as a freelance writer for Jet magazine to her 1960s television debut when she became the first African-American female television journalist on the West Coast. To her highly regarded coverage of politics and issues of race and gender, she represents excellence on many fronts. She worked for KPIX and KRON television stations for 3 decades as reporter and anchor. She also worked for 2 decades as the host of KQED's This Week in Northern California. Her natural intelligence, skill, and courage helped to break through racist barriers and bring diverse people and diverse perspectives to the mainstream news. Breast cancer, AIDS, the Black Panther Party, the 3 Strikes Law, the assassination of Mayor George Moscone and Supervisor Harvey Milk, the Jonestown Massacre. She covered all of these stories and many more with signature clarity and grace. At the time of her birth, no one could have predicted the trajectory that her life would take. She was born during the Depression to a 15-year-old laundry worker in Monroe, Louisiana. She spent her childhood bouncing from one relative's home to another in Louisiana and later in Oakland, when she graduated from Berkeley High School in 1951. She was the first member of her immediate family to earn a high school diploma with tenacity, daring, and a willingness to say yes when opportunities came her way. Belva Davis went on to interview such world-renowned figures as Frank Sinatra, Ella Fitzgerald, Fidel Castro, and Malcolm X. Last year, during a celebration of her many accomplishments, Senator Dianne Feinstein gave a special tribute to Ms. Davis and read a letter from President Barack Obama. In that letter, President Obama thanked her for being the voice of the silenced and voiceless for the past 50 years. She continues to inspire and mentor young journalists to this day. As she says, If you can dream it, you can make so. And so she did. She made her dreams a reality, and during the process became a Bay Area treasure. Belva Davis exemplifies the power integrating a tenacious commitment to social justice with hard work. She nurtured these qualities in herself, and they gave her the confidence to achieve great things. These values that have been at the heart of her success are central features of who we are at SF State. I am really delighted to present our 2014 commencement speaker, Ms. Belva Davis.
Well, good afternoon, and I want to say thank you for giving me the opportunity to share this great day with you, this commencement. I'm as happy as any of you out there because I was invited here today, I will be able to fulfill a lifelong dream. It was my dream while I was sleeping under the dining room table of my aunt's house in Berkeley that one day that I would obtain what you are doing here today. It was my dream when I graduated from high school again that, as the first member of my family to graduate from high school, that I would one day be where you are. And I want to let you know how precious it is that you are where you are. But I thank you so much for inviting me in for this memorable day of robe, cap and gown, the music. Well, you've made part of my big dream come true just by achieving what you have achieved. To California State Trustee Lawrence Norton, to President Wong, my thanks to you for this privilege of being here. To Stan Mazor and Larry Walden, I am humbled to be in your presence with all you have done for all of us in this world. Also to the assembled faculty, the university staff, the students, the families, friends who are here to support you, I am really pleased that you are here because when all I had to motivate me was my own vision of a life in television news. And the phrase, "Don't be afraid of that space between your dreams and reality. If you dream it, you can make it so. If you have heard me speak, you have heard it before." The ability to hold on to a vision of what often seems impossible has been my salvation. Because as you can plainly see, I am black, I am female. Those are two socially defining characteristics over which I had absolutely no control. In my lifetime, this could well have meant that many paths would be impossible for me. That they did not is a testament to the power of what has come to be known as the American dream. It is a phrase first coined by historian and writer James Struslow Adams in 1931. He meant it not as a vision of affluence, but rather a dream of a social order where people could rise to their full potential, regardless of their race, their gender, and their family's wealth. We are living through a period now where Truslow's dream for America is being challenged and is badly in need of reaffirming. Yes, we've made progress, but in some of the areas where we need to do more, we are failing. We have allowed our educational system to slip to new lows in areas where preparedness is mandatory to a technologically driven world. We have watched as about 15 state governors move to make it harder for us to vote in this country. We have allowed thousands of young black and brown men to be warehoused in prisons with few resources to help them prepare for life outside of the prison walls. We have watched as our climate on our earth has changed. We have walked over the homeless on our streets and scorned them for not shaking the devils that haunt them and their failure in realizing the promise of America. It's time for those of us who can to affirm our belief in the promise of America, to believe in our national pledge of liberty and justice for all. At the time of our greatest depression, President Franklin Roosevelt said, And he called on us then to take action for the good of our nation. As you leave here and move out into the broader world of opportunity, think of those who fought for the funds that made this campus the jewel it is today. Think of those who fought to make what is taught here more inclusive. Think of the talented teachers who chose to invest their intellect in you instead of looking for the highest paying job. It's time to reaffirm our belief in the promise of America. Can that promise be kept if we continue with the increasing inequities that is widening the gap between the rich and the poor? For much of our history since World War II, the richest 10% of Americans have taken home 1/3 of our national income. That is no longer true. Now they take home half of it. The top 1% now owns more than the entire bottom 90%. So what's wrong with this picture? Haven't there always been divisions between the rich and the poor, the haves and the have-not, and hasn't America survived and been even thrived? And yes, to some degree, the divide between the wealthy and the not-so-wealthy has been seen as a driving force and incentive to work harder and to be creative. But when inequality of income and wealth becomes too great, it threatens the foundation of this country and our economy, our ideals of equal opportunity, and if allowed to continue, our democracy. So are we supposed to give up on our dreams? If we have the misfortune to be born poor, supposed to face forever a life of limited means, limited choices, and a limited future, I say to you, no. We have been threatened times before and have come up with solutions, like Social Security for the elderly, like unemployment for those who are temporarily out of work, like Medicare and Medicaid, and in our times, the Affordable Care Act, which we're told has now enrolled some 8 million people and given many of them access to health care for the first time in their lives. What all of these solutions have in common is the view that we are all in this life together. And sometimes, when inequities, we have to take positions and step up to fix them. We have to take affirmative action. I know that term has become one of the most polarizing in the American political dictionary. My husband, Bill Moore, and I recently had the opportunity to lunch with one of the most passionate believers in affirmative action. She is Justice Sonia Sotomayor. We had lunch with her in her chambers at the U.S. Supreme Court just last month. We did not know that just 2 weeks later, the Supreme Court would issue its decision upholding a Michigan law that bans affirmative action. We did not know that Justice Sotomayor would make the longest, most passionate, and most significant dissent of her career in this case. At the time, we were just two elderly, black, non-college graduates talking and laughing over life and its twist and turn with a Supreme Court justice, a graduate of Princeton, of Yale Law School, who happened also to be a Puerto Rican woman from a Bronx housing project. I think we all knew that there are not many places in the world where you could have that kind of interaction between people like us. So when I read her dissent in the Michigan case, I could hear her voice in my head. While our Constitution does not guarantee minority groups victory in the political process, she wrote, it does guarantee them meaningful and equal access to that process. And that, in its simplest terms, is the American dream, meaningful and equal access, not just to the political process, but also the greater process of living together as equals. And living together takes affirmative action on the part of all of us. If we take affirmative action to engage with our families, our friends, and our neighbors, our world view opens outward. If enough people do it, it can lead to the most irresistible force we have come to know as a movement. Robert Reich, former Labor Secretary and current Chancellor Professor of Public Policy at UC Berkeley, has said, "We need a movement for shared prosperity." And he is right. He put it this way: time and again, when the situation demands it, America has saved capitalism from its own excesses. The simple truth is, if we want to preserve America as we know it, we must take positive steps, affirmative action, to reverse the trend toward even greater inequities and turn instead toward shared prosperity. Which brings me back to the here and the now. This school provides a quality education second to none. You have only to look at the achievements of those who studied here and who teach here. As we face a possible crisis, I look to you for leadership and the vision to sense the future. I have nothing but awe for this student body and your ability to lead, to help, to guide us on a path that is inclusive. I know that a high percentage of you have attended school while simultaneously holding down jobs. I know that many of you have commuted long distances daily. The fact is that this is a diverse student body that has its own importance. It means that the knowledge that you've acquired in your time here is not just from books. Also, it comes from your exposure to each other. So I hope that you will use your education and your experience to take affirmative action and influence our society and our politics for the better. For if a movement for shared prosperity is ever to start on a school where so much has started, it's right here, it's right now, is with you and what you do to keep this school great. It will be easier and more effective for your generation to reach out to one another than any generation that's come before. And it's in that I hold high hopes. The great theologian, Dr. Howard Thurman, in his book, The Inward Journey, wrote, "Dreams belong to us. They come full-blown out of the real world in which we work, hope, and carry on. They are not impostors. They are not foreign elements invading our world like some solitary comet from the outer reaches of space, which pays one visit to the sun and is gone never to come again. No, our dreams are our thing. They become the other only when we let them lose their character. Please don't let your dreams or those of this amazing country lose their character. We cannot afford to forget the promise of America." Thank you and congratulations.
Thank you, Ms. Davis, for words that could not be more appropriate for our graduates. You remind them that the world deeply needs their talents, their involvement, their courage, and their lifelong commitment to each other and the greater good. Both your remarks today and your personal journey are deeply inspirational gifts to our graduates.
Vice President for Advancement Robert Nava will now introduce two graduating students who will present the class of 2014's gift to the university.
Thank you, President Wong. Good afternoon. Class of 2014, good afternoon. You know, standing right here looking out among this sea of purple and gold, you guys are amazing. You're beautiful. I wanted to say congratulations to you, class, But I also want to take a moment and just have us recognize and thank your parents, families, spouses, partners, out in the bleachers. Thank you. It was all part of your success. As you walk across the stage today, not only graduates, not only have you become a proud holder of a degree, but you've also become, and now and forever, will become part of the San Francisco State community as alumni. As graduates, you're going to be joining the ranks of over 200,000 alumni, accomplished alumni, across California, the United States, and internationally. And as President Wong reminds us, the sun never sets on San Francisco State because we have alumni all over the world doing great things. Many of you have already demonstrated your pride and your support of your alma mater. We are doing something today that's quite historic, aside from your graduation. We are going to be announcing the very first class gift that was generated by the class of 2014 to support San Francisco State. It is now my pleasure to introduce two members of the class of 2014 who will tell you more about this class gift tradition, and they will also present your class gift. Will Cristina Lau Santos and Nicole Morales Lom please come forward to the podium?
Last year was the first time in the university's history that a class gift program was implemented. And we're pleased to announce that this new tradition is being continued by our class, the great class of 2014. Last year, the class of 2013 donated more than $10,000 to support the Student First Scholarship Campaign. This year, our class has chosen to support the Student Life Initiative. The goal of this fund is to improve the quality of student experience on campus by strengthening student organizations and helping to create a more vibrant campus community. If you haven't already, join the Alumni Association. If you join today or by September 1st of this year, a portion of your lifetime membership fee will go towards the gift. I encourage you to join today so our class, the class of 2014, can surpass the amount of last year's class gift. We are currently at $3,500, and I know we can raise more. Please remember that once you're a Gator, you will always remain a Gator, and it is part of the responsibility of each graduating class to strengthen the university for the Gators that follow us. Go class of 2014!
There you go.
Thank you.
Thank you. On behalf of the entire campus community, thank you, class of 2014, for your generous gift. It represents your commitment to this community, and it will make a difference for the students who follow you. Your gift is a generous gesture. It is also a wise investment. I know that many of you are looking for jobs right now, but it won't be long before you are the ones doing the hiring. So when you are looking for interns, new employees, or building community organizations, remember SF State and the great talent that walks this campus. Thousands of new students are eager to follow in your footsteps, and a helping hand extended by a fellow Gator can make all the difference. In just a few moments, we will arrive at the part of the program for which you have all been waiting, the awarding of degrees. But I get one last chance to offer you a message from your transition from student to graduate. Today, you become San Francisco State University graduates, and I want to take a moment to reflect a bit on what that means. We are an institution where excellence is applied. The faculty and staff that come to work at SF State could work anywhere, but they choose to work here because they get to see their academic and professional experience applied to the lives of our students. Whether in laboratory research, artistic performance, or in community service activities, they not only advance human understanding, they do it with students at their side. And those students make a difference. And now it is your turn to make a difference, to make it happen. You are the most talented graduates in SF State's proud history, and I cannot wait to see what you accomplish. You will be leaders in science, industry, education, nonprofits, and the arts, and I look forward to bragging about your achievements as our alumni. But I also know that you have been encouraged by your mentors to apply your expertise in the community, to be engaged partners in the world around you. Your contributions to our public heritage are an important measure of the impact of San Francisco State University, and I hope you will remember to keep us posted of the good work that you will do. And one last thing. A sizable number of you are graduating today, are the first in your family to do so, and I am really proud of you. You have defied the odds. How many of you are the first in your family to get a diploma? As you proceed to the stage to get your diploma, you are also paving the way for the generations that will follow you. Whether you are the founding member of a family's educational legacy or a continuing one, we are proud that San Francisco State will forever be a part of your family. Class of 2014, you are excellent. I cannot wait to see your excellence applied. I know that you will make us proud. Make it happen.
And now we will begin the conferral of degrees. We want to invite deans to take their place at their respective stages.
And now, for the moment for which we have all been waiting. Yay! Yay.
Will the candidates for the degree Bachelor of Arts please rise? Will the candidates for the degree Bachelor of Music please rise? And the candidates for the degree Bachelor of Science, please rise.
Mr. President, subject to the completion of all requirements as prescribed by the trustees of the California State University and the faculty of San Francisco State University, these candidates are presented for receipt of the appropriate baccalaureate degree.
Upon the recommendation of the administrative and teaching faculty of San Francisco State University, and by the authority vested in me as president of the university by the state of California, I confer Upon each of you who have completed the requirements, the baccalaureate degree for which you are listed in the commencement program, together with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities attached thereto.
It is customary that those receiving the baccalaureate degree move the tassels of their caps from the right side to the left side. I ask that you do that. You have just graduated.
Members of the audience, I present to you the class of 2014. Please join me in a round of applause for all of them. Class of 2014, as you leave us today, you take with you our affection, our respect, our belief in you, and our hope that you will fulfill all of your dreams. Congratulations.
And now, graduates, please be seated. Please be seated. The faculty marshals will be guiding the bachelor's degree recipients to the stages row by row, beginning from the front. Coming forward to the stage on the right of the jumbo screen will be the graduates from the College of Liberal and Creative Arts and the College of Science and Engineering. To the stage on the left of the screen, graduates from the Colleges of Ethnic Studies, Education, Health and Social Sciences, and Business.
Be what it's gonna be, I think.
Just a reminder to all the guests that leaving the stadium should exit up the stadium stairs to meet your graduate outside of the stadium. Please reserve the field exits for the graduates, guests with disabilities, and emergency vehicles. And to all of you, may you have a wonderful day celebrating the success of your graduate.
on feet, big smile. Come on, right up. Feet on feet, big smile right over here. Come on, right up. Congratulations. Feet on feet. Big smile right over here. Come on, right up. Feet on feet. Set point this. Big smile right over here. Congratulations. Come on, right up. Feet on feet. Big smile right over here. Congratulations. Thank you so much. Feet on feet.
Thank you very much. Thank professional, right? Okay. Right up, miss. Right here to the feet, right here. Congratulations.
Thank you.